It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 17th of October, and I'm working on replacing the plastic on this wall of the greenhouse. It's a 30 by 96 greenhouse, and you can see this outside layer of plastic is looking rough. We're pretty well done with the stuff inside. We have the poles set for our second bay and all of our rafters put together to put on, but we need to replace the plastic before we can do too much. And just to give you a little bit of size, there's my Tahoe sitting in it. It looks kind of small for the size, but this is what they call a gutter connect greenhouse. And inside our greenhouse, there's 630 tomato plants, plus 54-ish, I think, pepper plants. And we had the same amount of cucumbers on the other side, but they are done already. We're getting ready to winterize it. And my first plan, since I wasn't going to do it today, but I looked at the weather, and we're supposed to have like up to maybe 6 mile an hour breeze. And dealing with a sheet of plastic that big, 6 mile an hour breeze is awesome. I would rather it be 2, but it's not too bad. But I thought I'd kind of give you a Actually, I'll walk up here and show you what I'm starting on. We have a channel that we put our wiggle wire in. And I'll show you a piece of wiggle wire that I've already pulled out. Does that show up on there? It's just a chunk of wire that's bent, that's just bigger than our channel, which is screwed to the bottom of the greenhouse. And it sticks the plastic in between it, and that's what holds the plastic tight. If I can get it, oh, here's a chunk. And it's just an aluminum channel that's screwed onto the wood that the plastic holds. Pretty simple. It makes it so you could build your own, but as I said, we're starting to get a little bit rough plastic. The wind just keeps getting it worse and worse. As everybody knows, anything plastic deteriorates with the sun. Yes, this has UV protection, but it only lasts so long. And this wall has been up for, if I remember right, it's been up for 5 or 6 years now. And with that, it's just junk. So we're going to put up one wall to separate the two halves, or one piece of plastic to separate the two halves, so we can use one or the other. We don't have to heat both of them at the same time. Or at least that's our crazy thought. Well, I'll get some more done, and after I get the plastic off or I start something else, I'll do a little bit more video. Makes kind of a good difference, or a big difference. There's our plants. Our gutter should be, if I remember right at 11 foot tall. If I remember right, I'm going off memory, and we built this several years ago, but you can see our peppers on the outside and the tomatoes on the inside, and them are the grapes. They're probably 35 foot, 40 foot long vines. We just tie them to the strings with the tomato clip, and we keep just letting them down as they get bigger, and as the season gets closer to an end, we just kind of let them go because we got busy with other stuff, and we kind of made a big mess in there this year compared to normal. Just saying it out loud, it is kind of a mess in there right now, but it's okay. We're going to cut all that out and get ready to get it sterilized. We do have the water shut off for the irrigation, which I'm sure I'll do a video on later after I get everything cleaned up so we can get to it. But we got the peppers here. We still got a few peppers. They're still looking okay. This cold weather we've had for the last couple days, frosting outside, kind of put a kibosh on some of the peppers. They're starting to look a little rough, but and then them go clear up. This black here is our shade cloth. Since it started getting shorter days, we rolled it back up, and we do have shade cloth in between each of the rafters to help with it, the heat in here in the summer. We have them all open back up. But you can tell our grapes are a bit of a bush right now. They usually don't look this rough, but we got kind of behind, and this was the easy thing to skip. But you can see how we have them clipped on our tomato clips on our peppers here. That's just a 2-piece clip that ties to the string. If you look in there, you can see all the clips on the tomatoes. We got quite a few clips on there we'll have to take off. And there's our spools. Let me see if I can zoom in just a hair. There's our clip with the string on it. We just let the string out and move it down farther. Here's one out in the open a little bit farther that might show up a bit better. Well, I'll get this plastic cleaned up, and I'll take you up and show you what I'm going to do up on the rafters, or up on the gutter next. Alright. This is why they call it a gutter connect. Water comes down to the gutter, and it'll come down this way into the gutter, and it all runs down. What our problem is, this old gutter has this weird channel, and as you can see, when I took it apart, we were missing several of the connectors that held it together. That's why we're going to this channel, and I'm trying to decide, do I put it down below or do I put it up on? Decisions. Oh well, let me get the rest of my stuff, and we'll start seeing what we can get accomplished. You can see what we're doing. We're putting the channel in right here so we can put the wiggle wire in it. So it looks like this. So it holds plastic on. We just got to put the rest of the screws in, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get in. And I didn't grab any video of me putting the plastic up, but the wind picked up just enough, and it started blowing just enough that it was hurry up, get it up. It does have a nice clearness to it, for now anyway, so you can still see through. And it's all up. And here's the wiggle wire channel put in. That way you can see a good video of it. Right here, you can see where it goes up and down, and it holds. And when one wire stops and the other one starts, I always try to overlap them and X them just to make sure it hold. And all the way down here. I got the corners overlap. I almost started too much on the other end. And it goes all the way up over and all the way down the gutter. And while we're here, I'll just show our wet wall door, or our vent door. It's mechanicalized, automatic, so when it hits a preset temperature, which I can set at any temperature I want, it'll open this door when the fans kick on to let the ventilation in. So it opens it up and lets it go through without me being around to adjust it. And if clouds come over, it'll shut, or if it gets hot, it'll open up, and we don't have to do it. It's all automatic. Well, now you see what I do every day sometimes. Just thought I'd show you some of the crap I do at work. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.